Hey fam. So I got my hair braided. Right. If you love me, sing. Right? Like them bitches. Brown smoke, right? Okay. And I think that these braids do something magical to me. They've been giving me the eye. You know what I'm saying? Ever since these motherfucking braids and shit. Something. If you love me, say do it. Oh yeah. Yeah. You got a sister that ain't embarrassed about her motherfucking midsection either. See, I got a belly. I got it. Fuck with me. You know I got it. I got a belly. I don't give a fuck about it neither, so it's in your best interest not to give a fuck. Hi, Hennessy. So, I decided to come live, right? And the reason why I'm coming live, I want to talk about people, of course, and gospel, or the divine one, God, right? God is all-knowing or loving or forgiving. He is the infinite of every single entity of livelihood that we know. Right? But here's what killed me. Bitches, right, are saying, hey, how you doing? I'm blessed and highly favored. No, you're not, bitch. No, the fuck you're not. Alright? Because there's a lot of people who have a relationship with God. Well, we all have a relationship with the divine one, right? We all have a relationship. I like to believe. I don't know if some of you guys are atheists, so I'm not trying to offend the atheists, although I could really give a fuck less because this is not personal. But there's some people, you know, who believe in God and they feel like their blessings only come through material things. So they get these material things and these material possessions. These are the same people who in church every motherfucking Sunday and every motherfucking Tuesday and Thursday and Saturday evening, right? So they say, you know, they believe in God and they blessed and they highly favored because they have these material things to show for it, but your heart is fucked up. Your heart is fucked up because you're out there doing wrong shit, foul shit to motherfucking people. And the crazy shit is, a lot of people that's being hurt is they being hurt by people that they so-called fucking love. You understand what I'm saying? Somebody that you either love, respect, or care about is the same one that's saying, God is this way, me and God is this way, and it is that way. But bitch, your heart ain't got the fucking sincere love in it. Hi, Lita. Mwah. You understand? Let me give you another example. They think these material possessions means that they've been blessed. And somebody that's not woke would look at those possessions and be like, oh, they blessed because they got this car, they got this house, they got this guy. You know, they have this. That don't mean that they fucking blessed because they have tangible things. No. Because motherfucking Satan reward his motherfucking warriors too. Being blessed means your relationship. Hi, sissy. Being blessed means that you are fulfilled within. Your spiritual, all your chakras is aligned because the Creator has His way within you. That is you're able to display that in your relationship with others. It don't have nothing to do with material things. Nothing to do with that. I need for y'all to wake the fuck up. Some of y'all women, unless the woman in your life molested your children, your man, if they fuck with your money, or if they fuck with your man, or, you know, if they fucking did something traumatic that sincerely affects your life, I can understand you not forgiving them. I can understand you creating distance. I can understand you putting yourself first. But some of y'all motherfuckers y'all got this like shit all fucked up. you have to, especially if you're a woman or a man of God, you have to forgive and show compassion. And just because you forgive don't mean you forget. Now, when I'm telling y'all this shit, trust me, it was fucking hard for me. Oh my God. Those of y'all that really know me, Gaga, Lita, my sisters, hi Fenty, y'all know me. Y'all know my attitude, y'all know my temperament. It was fucking hard for me to forgive, because to me, forgiving meant that I was falling okie doke to somebody else's bullshit. It's not that. I had to learn to forgive to find peace within myself. Because my sister Hennessy will tell you, I'm the warrior, I'm the Virgo of warrior. I have the warrior spirit within me, right? That's the type of Virgo that I am. I have the warrior spirit in me. I'm very protective of the ones I love. Very protective. Okay? Probably more so than I am myself. But in order for me not to sacrifice people that I do love and the people that I do care about, I had to learn how to forgive and to move forward. Because me walking around with this negativity inside of me, I was looking for somebody to unleash it on. When you unleash the negativity, two things is going to happen. One thing that's going to happen is that shit going to come back one way or another. That's number one. Number two, you're going to hurt yourself more, because to do things with in a derogatory nature, to do things out of sincere hatred for your enemy, it's almost like you're co-signing for you may feel some type of release at that moment, but in the long haul, that shit it's gonna come back. It's gonna like haunt you, and it's not really because you're in the wrong, but it's because vengeance belongs to the Lord, not yours. And if you ever really closely pay attention, you'll know that when God do shit in His time, thank you, leader. When God do shit in His time and in His way, it ain't nothing like that shit. So yeah, you could sit, you could plot, and you be mad, and you be like, yo, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and it's effective. It's effective, but it's effective momentarily. It's effective to your ego at that moment. At that moment, your ego like, yeah, bitch. You know what I'm saying? I bust the windows out. You know, now you got to pay money or whatever the case is. It's just momentarily. When you allow God to have vengeance, baby, it's some shit they can't get out of. Let me tell you, sometimes your enemy reap cold on their own motherfucking head. And I'm going to tell you why. Because they secretly your motherfucking enemy, right? They mad, they don't forgive you. They claiming all these blessings. Oh, I'm a child of God. I'm a usher. What's the other shit? What's the other shit? I'm a counselor in the church. I serve the deacon. I serve the pastor. I do all of this shit. And I'm just, blessed and highly favored. But they harbor so much negativity. That shit don't go unnoticed by God. It do not go unnoticed. So these motherfuckers that's claiming that they somebody in the presence of the Lord, they may not hold that same accountability in the eyes of the Lord. You got to understand how that shit works. Just because you claiming it, you like, yeah, this is how I am, and because I do this and I do that. God may not be looking at you the same way, because He know your motherfucking heart. He know your heart. A lot of bitches don't know how to be motherfucking friends. Okay? They don't know how to be a motherfucking friend. But in order for you not to be my friend or friends with anyone, you don't have to do undermining things. You don't have to hurt them. You don't have to do things that make them look at you different so that you could create an enemy. You don't gotta fucking do that. You don't gotta fucking do that. I'm gonna tell you the type of fucking Virgo I am. If I don't like you, I stay the fuck away from you. I stay the fuck away from you because I know my temperament. And because I know at some point I'm going to give you more power than you deserve. And you know how you going to get that power? Because you going to put me in a position where I'm going to box your fucking head in. I still got it, baby. I still got it. These hands is made of gold. And I thank Andrew Jackson High School and Jamaica, Queens, New York, because I had a crew in there. But for some motherfucking reason, they always wanted to fuck with me. I was always the little one. So bitches and that motherfucker used to think that they was going to come and use me as an example because I was the fucking little one. Now, mind you, my girls had my back, and I appreciate them, and I loved them at that time. You know, we was real tight, but I had my own motherfucking shit down. And these hands, I don't care how cute and how little I am, they still motherfucking gold. You hear what I'm saying? And I am not afraid to use them. However, I'm more strategic in how I use them now. I am not so quick to use them, because when you coming of age, it's certain shit you gotta care about. You can't just not give a fuck about nothing. You can't just not give a fuck. Oh, that I don't give a fuck. You have to give a fuck about something. You have to know that in consequences and your consequences behind your decision making, you have to know that you're not the only one that may suffer the consequences. That's how karma works. When karma come back, it don't necessarily have to come back to you. Yeah, you dished out some bullshit. It don't have to come back to you. When God know your motherfucking heart, and you in church praising and faking with all this bullshit, you know, between me and you know bitches be faking. Them bitches that fake faint like, you know, them bitches, right? Or them bitches that praise and they be all serious and you think it be serious, but behind closed doors, you see they demeanor. They quick to belittle people. They quick to disrespect people. And just because they may or may not understand the way somebody is doing whatever it is that the fuck they doing, they quick to talk about them. Don't think God don't see all that shit. And because you saying it and putting that energy and transferring that energy out there, it don't necessarily mean it's going to come back to you. Because a lot of y'all are parents of some sort. Even if you don't have children of your own, you have somebody's children that look up to you. You have a bond with somebody's children. That shit gonna come back. If it don't come back to you, it'll come back to your children. It'll come back to your motherfucking man. Whatever you hold dear to you, that you think at the time is untouchable because you so focused on your material possessions, right? Oh, God love me. What's what they call that shit? What's them bitches that they say, oh, go up to her, let her pray over you. What's that bitch? What they call them? Let me see. What's they call them? Missionaries. Ooh, child. Let me tell you something. Right? This is just me. I don't mean to disrespect nobody, so I'm kicking it with my family. Don't think I'm trying to disrespect y'all in any way. But missionaries, although pastors, preachers, deacons, congregation, we hold them to a certain esteem because they supposed to go by a moral code. It's the same way we supposed to do with doctors and lawyers. Yet, doctors, lawyers, and judges, you see how they find a way to manipulate the fucking system? Missionaries, deacons, and preachers is the same motherfucking way. In my book. When God calls me to the church, right? When he used to call me to the church, because when I got to be a single parent, I had stopped going to church because I realized some things that made me uncomfortable in the church. My grandmother served a particular church for over 30 years. Usher board did everything she's supposed to do within 30 years. So when I started to go back to the church, that was the church I went to. When I went to the church, them bitches would talk. You hear me? Them bitches, oh, that's her granddaughter with the look and all of that. Here it is, I got my little baby on my chest. They talking shit. I left the church, and my grandmother told me I was wrong. You wrong because you going there for God. You not going there for nobody else. But let me tell you something. God has an individual relationship with each and every one of us. We can have church in our own heart, in our own body, in our own mind. We can give praise and worship in our own home. And as I came into my womanhood, that is what I began to do. That is where I feel comfortable at. That is where I feel less judged at. That's where I feel less stressed at. When I walk into a motherfucking church, I don't want no missionary praying over me. Because, bitch, you ain't really praying for me. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. That bitch human just like me. She going through shit just like me. Ain't no way you got a heart of gold or you going to pray over me for my goodness, my well-being, for my family, and everything worked out in my favor. You going to do all of that motherfucking shit and then in good faith? I don't see people that way because they're too judging in the churches that I've been to. So, you know what I do? I have a little prayer mat. God forgive me for revealing my upper room. I have a little prayer mat that I have. I get down on my face. I release whatever I gotta release, whatever is in my heart, whatever is in my spirit. I release it unto the Lord. They say, oh, you can't question the Lord. Let me tell you how me and God relationship is. He know I'm the rebellious child. He know it. In spite of it, he still protects me. They say you're not supposed to question God. You know what I do? I question him. He's all-knowing, ain't he? He all-knowing. That's our Father. That's our Father. That's our husband. That's our Creator. He knows everything. Some shit I need to know why. If I get an answer or don't get an answer, varies. It depends. But I still question. Because I don't feel like somebody that's all-knowing and all-seeing and all-loving and all-forgiving is going to burn me and cast me to hell because I want to know why something is going on. Or because I'm going to him for direction. I have wanted to go this way, God, but I see you taking me that way. Can you help me understand? Because I don't want to fight you. Because the human part of us, we want to have our way mostly all the time. We feel like we know what works for us. And sometimes we may challenge God in that way. God know it. He know it. I know it. I want this car. Oh, I want this car so bad. God, can I get this car? No, you can't have that car. Why? Oh my God. That's me. We're down. Now, it's not material things I pray for, but that's just an example I'm using. But I just want y'all to know that everybody that claimed to be a particular way with God, they could claim that and they could say it out their mouth and they can make you believe it. But the true question is God that way with them? Is God that way? You say, oh, I'm blessed and highly favored. That's what you saying. But do God really feel that way when he could see through your heart and your heart hold malice in it? When your heart hold disregard and disrespect in it? When your heart hold carelessness in it? For people who actually care or have cared for you. Because it's something weird to me about Christians. I don't know if y'all recognize this, and I don't want to disrespect the particular religion. But one thing I notice about a lot of Christians is that the people that treat them like shit, they treat them good. They treat them good. And then the people that's loving to them and want to be around them and be with them, them the people they treat like shit. I don't understand that. But I can tell you this, right? Excuse me, because I was about to break down in fucking tears. Whatever rapport I have with you, whether you're just an associate, whether you're a friend, whether you're one of my sisters, I pray in my heart for all of us. When it's time for me to get down on my prayer mat, and I feel like I'm going before the Father and the ancestors, I really feel that way. I really zone out and get into a space where I feel like I'm having, in my spiritual nature, I'm having a genuine conversation with them. But I pray for us all because the ways of this world is so fucking wicked. I do not have time to worry about somebody who's holding malicious feelings in their heart towards me, but showing me a different face. I don't got time to worry about y'all. I got to pray for the people that's loving me, and I'm praying for the people that's praying for me. That we can make it through these times. So, I'm saying all that to say, don't allow nobody to dictate your relationship with the Creator. Don't allow nobody to make you feel a way about not going to church. God do know your heart. He knows your heart. We have to make time. We do. I don't care when. I don't even care if you're on the toilet taking a boo-boo. Maybe the bathroom is your sanctuary. Because some people do that. Some people, the bathroom is their sanctuary. Some people it's the bedroom. Some people it's their entire living quarters. Whatever it is. Give the Creator his time. Give him his time. He don't require much time. You know, you could do it while you're walking. You could do it while you're on your way to work. Because sometimes when I'm on my way to work, that's my quiet time. And I do my praise and worship at that time. Sometimes I have a total breakdown in the parking lot before I even get to work. And a lot of people don't know that. It ain't really for you to know. I'm not trying to recruit nobody. I'm just trying to get y'all to understand that just because people go to church all the time, 7 days a motherfucking week, don't mean that they on the favor list of the Creator. My grandma always told me the fucking devil go to church and sometimes he sit right up there in the pew. Okay? So don't misconstrue people material blessings with actually being blessed. That's not the case. Alright? I just wanted to hit y'all with that. Y'all my family. I care about y'all and I definitely pray for y'all. Sometimes I pray for more. Sometimes I pray for others more. Because, you know, different people relationships affect me differently. You know? So if you're my sister and I know you're going through something, I might pray a little more. You know, helping you get through. But understand too, when I pray, I ask God to sustain you. Because sometimes God take you through things and it's a reason he taking you through it. And I don't want to intervene and try to pray you out of it because there's a lesson and a blessing you're meant to go through at that time. You meant to go through it. And I don't want to try to pray you out of it because that's what the good book called us getting in our own way. You get in your own way because you praying so hard for one thing. My mother, God bless the dead, she used to be like, girl, be careful what you pray for because your ass just might get it. So, if you understand the paradox of that, I try not to pray y'all out of stuff because the divine one has a lesson and a blessing he's trying to get you through and a point he's trying to reach you to, and I can't intervene with that. I don't want to suffer the karma or the repercussions of intervening with his divine order in no type of way. But I do pray that whatever it is he may be taking you through, for whatever reason he may be taking you through, that he could sustain you. And sometimes, Father God, even if my sisters and brothers can't be sustained by your grace at that time because they so heartbroken or hard burdened in their human nature, God, may you uplift them in the spirit so that they could come and elevate to your understanding. And that is the way I pray. I pray for all of us to get us through because Lord knows when we get through, whatever it is we get through, when we come out that motherfucking fire, baby, we is a force to be reckoned with. And a lot of us are leaders of our family. A lot of us has replaced the ancestors of leaders in our family. And so there's certain things that we have to prepare for. There is warfare and wicked in high places, dark places. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The real spiritual beings know what I'm talking about. And sometimes it ain't a physical fight. I had to learn that too. When I put up certain posts, I don't put them up because I'm trying to tell y'all something. I'll be putting that shit up as a reminder to myself. Because for such a long time in my life, I was a physical fighter, a warrior, physical. And one day my sister said to me, God bless her soul inside and out. My sister said to me, she said, sis, I recognize the warrior in you and I love it. I love the warrior in you. But I need for you to know this. And she took my hands and she said, baby, every war ain't physical. I need you to get in. I need you to get in that spirit, baby. I need your spirit to be levitated to the level that your physical is. That shit was like Cupid shot an arrow straight to my heart. I almost broke down because the vision became so clear. And I thank God for the messenger. I thank God for the messenger. So I am growing. I'm growing in my spirituality, preparing for the warfares, preparing to be the living ancestor. Yes. Preparing to have my children, my grandchildren, all my livestock, all my legacy live off of my prayers. Because a lot of us, we had some praying ass mothers, praying ass daddies, praying ass grandparents. A lot of y'all from the South and the West Indies, y'all know what I'm talking about. We had a lot of praying elders. And sometimes I honestly think that that's what get us through our rough patches sometimes. Sometimes it be so motherfucking rough, but we make it through off the grace and the prayer of the ones that came before us. So I'm growing into being that person. That's what I'm doing. I want to be that person. Right now in my life, I think that is one of the coolest titles you can have, to be a living ancestor for our people. Our people are going through so much right now. I do not have time to be mad at you because you harboring some shit inside your heart. You deal with that shit. You're going to deal with it sooner or later. Anybody that's holding malice towards you is going to deal with it sooner or later. They fronting like they not going to deal with it. But because God knows their heart, that's something that they got to answer to. That's a judgment that they got to face. That's a consequence and a karma that eventually they going to have to deal with. Oh, well, it is what the fuck it is. So, with all of that being said, I wish all of you guys a good night. I want to thank my sister for taking me out today. I had a day. I wasn't in a bad space, but I'm an overthinker, and sometimes when you overthink, it can put you in a not so good space. So I wasn't in a bad space, but I was just like a little flustered, a little annoyed, and I just was like, you know what, I'm just going to retreat for the day. But my sister said, no, I'm going to take you out for a little while. We get a breath of fresh air. We'll talk for a little bit. We did, and I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Stacy, for getting me and Boogie out of the house for a little while. I'm just able to spend a little time with you. I wish y'all a beautiful and blessed and loving night with your family and friends and whoever you want to spend time with, even if it's with your Creator and even if it's with you alone. That is fine, because the Creator lives within you at the end of the day. That's why He knows you so well. So even if you think you're spending time by yourself, but you're not, because He's within. Okay, so I wish all of you guys a blessed night. Thank you for letting me get this off my chest. I had to direct this at someone because I didn't want to give them enough credit to say their name, but they did say, oh, I'm so blessed for the woman God has made me to be, and it's like this fabulous picture. And I'm just like, God didn't make you to be that person, because that person has abandonment issues. That person has relationship issues. That person, and God is not like that. God is not like that. But, hi, Miko, I love you. I love you, Miko. So, I want you guys to have a good night. Be blessed, and I will definitely do another live soon as I calm myself down. Have a good night, guys. Later.